shoot. For my daughter and son-in-law, things have not always been easy for them in the pursuit of building a family. They do have two darling little boys, Roman over here and Ragnar over here. However, their struggles to build their family does continue. And what I'm hoping to do is help reclaim Mother's Day and Father's Day. So that's what this video is all about. I was hoping I was going to be able to fit both of these in a single flask. I was prepared to do each of these separately, but it looks like I'm going to be able to get them both in. All right, so basically what we've got here are two handprints. If you go on the YouTubes and search in clay handprints, you'll get the formula. It's basically just water, sugar, and flour. These are, I think it's the same recipe that we used all the way back when I was a kid. Me and my siblings and I did each of us did a handprint, and I still have mine. I was 6 years old at the time, or so that's what it says on the outside of it. And it's stashed away someplace. I wish I would have had it handy so I could have featured it in this. And originally, my daughter wanted me to do this for my son-in-law and do it for a Father's Day thing, and it didn't happen last year. And then, as I mentioned, they've run into some additional issues. We thought a third grandchild was going to be coming along. Gosh, I think the baby would have been due in August, which would have put that baby around Roman's birthday. We saw ultrasound pictures, and we actually heard the heartbeat, and so we all thought we were in the clear. And my daughter thought something was wrong. My wife and I, we both assured her that things were going well, we're going to be fine, because of both Roman and Ragnar. And then that weekend we saw the pictures and heard the heartbeat, and I was convinced everything was in the clear. And by the end of that next week, tragedy had struck my daughter and son-in-law once again. They had tried before Roman and Ragnar IVF, and they did some foster care before that, and those stories didn't turn out the way we had hoped. It was just not the way God wanted things to fall out. Anyway, shortly after that tragedy, I spoke to my wife, and I thought, you know what, we need to revisit this, but instead of it being a Father's Day thing, I need to make it a combination Mother's Day and Father's Day, because I don't think my daughter has given this whole thing much thought. So I'm going to try to cast these things in aluminum, and we'll see how this goes. I've hit it with lacquer, both of those casts. The top is with lacquer, and so that it would release a little nicer, easier from the sand, and that sand, I'm hoping anyway, won't mar this, because then we do have the original attempts at the handprints. So I'm going to go ahead and start ramming up the sand, and I won't show the whole thing. I'll probably just put the facing sand on, and then we'll get to what the mold kind of looks like. So this won't be a full-on ramming up the sand video. All right, I got this part rammed up, and it just occurred to me, I spent so much time talking, I don't remember putting any parting powder down. I didn't put any talcum powder down. Goodness, I may have already messed this up before it even started. Darn it! And look at that, sure enough, not any indication whatsoever that there is any parting dust anywhere. All right, I'm going to try to see if I can make this work without redoing the whole thing. And we'll see. We'll see. I got a bad feeling. All right, despite the lack of parting powder, the prints came right out, but as you can see, there's a lot of breakaway and such, so I'm going to have a great deal of flashing. But that's sort of okay, because that's what I've got some of my other equipment for. I think these are still going to turn out okay, although my flask is going to get torched in a couple of places. But I think we're still going to be okay. Now, I'm curious about... Oh, yeah. Woohoo! So that lacquer helped out a whole bunch. That sand is, for the most part, brushing right off. There's some places where it's stuck. And actually, it's possible that this break is because of a lack of draft on the sides. All right, well, I'll see about cleaning those guys up, especially if I need to make a second attempt, which I'm hoping I won't need to. All is not lost. shoot. Okay, I just broke the mold open. I was getting tired of smelling my flask burn up. I figured things were probably sufficiently solidified, and this is what I got. I like the, see the palm lines. And then Ragnar, for reasons I'll explain when I get these guys cleaned up. His isn't nearly as distinct. But I've got a whole bunch of cleanup to do. Okay, that's not going to happen tonight. All right, I'll pick this up a little bit later. Well, it's the next day or two since I did this cast. I'm starting to lose track of time. I think I did this on Monday, and today's Wednesday. And it's time to do some cleanup on these. Now, I've done a number of videos that have included cleanup. You can see some of the effects of the spill. Now, that one doesn't look too bad. But still, not the way this was supposed to go. But I think the surfaces, the tops, are going to be just fine here. So I got to do some cleanup. Now, I got quite a bit of cleanup around here to do. I've done plenty of cleanup videos. There's no sense in using video time on this. However, I do have something that I'm anxious to try that I just purchased recently. And this is specifically for aluminum. And I can't wait to try these out. So I will be using those, but I will show that in a separate video. Not exactly a review of these, but it'll be somewhat like that. And I'm not going to put that in this video, but you will see me using these with these handprints in a later video. So I'm going to clean these up, and then before I do any polishing, I'll see where we are. Despite the mistakes along the way, these two handprints turned out looking pretty darn good. I think my daughter and son-in-law are going to appreciate these a whole bunch. And with them being made out of aluminum, it's going to last a long, long time. Thanks a bunch for watching. Please like and subscribe. Blessings.